Hello everyone. I keep missing my what I want to aim for Wednesday for an upload date. I keep messing up and I keep always uploading on Thursday. So I'm changing the about section. On my channel to say that I'm uploading on Wednesday or Thursday. Because my upload schedule is not great. So today we are talking about the GPD Win 3. So the GPD Win 3 hasn't released commercially yet, and I don't have one, so I can't test anything. But there are people who have uploaded videos of them using it. So basically what it is it's in the style of a Nintendo Switch, but it has the controllers are connected to the screen. The screen is a flip up, not a flip up, it's a slide up, so that it'll have a keyboard underneath, and it's a pretty weird design, but we can see that GPD has been moving away from the DSi type design, flip design. Why does it DSi? DS design. But this is basically a mini computer, a very powerful mini computer. It's a portable device. There's going to be a docking station where you can hook it up and use it through HDMI and charge it, I think through USB type C. I'm not sure. So let's look at the specs of this thing. So the technical specifications of the GPD Win 3 are there's a bunch of them right here. So the display will be 5.5 inch HD. It'll be a 1280 by 720 display. So it'll be 720p, not 1080. And with a Gorilla Glass display, a Intel Core i5 processor, and an Intel Core i7 processor, depending on the model you get. And the pricing for the different models will be $829 for the Intel Core i5 and $969 for the Core i7 model. But GPD has reduced the crowdfunding price. So if you're in their crowdfunding campaign, you will get it for a cheaper price, depending on your purchase. The crowdfunding prices have been reduced to $799 for the Intel Core i5 and $899 for the Intel Core i7. And there will be a $50 optional docking station to put it into, which will put it up on a monitor or TV if you really want to. It will have an Intel Xe 80 or 96 execution units for the GPU, 16 gigabytes DDR4, 4266 megahertz of RAM, 1 terabyte PCIe 3.0 SSD, and support for a PCIe 4.0 for the storage, which is exciting. It will have a 65 watt charger, which is actually pretty cool. It doesn't mention how big the battery is. 44 watt hours of battery. I'm not super high tech. Is a unit of energy equivalent to 1 watt of power expended for 1 hour of time. Blah 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 blah. Too much work. But yeah, a 44 watt hour battery with a 65 watt power adapter. So it'll only take you an hour and a half to get a full charge, which is amazing. So the estimated battery life that for this website is 3 hours of heavy use, 6 to 8 hours of moderate use, and 14 hours of light use. So I'm assuming light use is if you're just scrolling Reddit or something. 6 to 8 hours is if you're doing some low-powered emulation or gameplay, and then 3 hours is if you're doing high-spec gameplay on it, high-spec PC games. It will have one Thunderbolt 4 port, one USB Type A port, one 3.5mm audio jack for the ports on the device. It'll have an active fan and dual heat pipes for the cooling. And for the keyboard, it'll have a capacitive touch backlit keyboard, and it'll be hidden behind the screen. So like I mentioned, it'll be a slide up screen. Analog L2 and R2 triggers, dual analog sticks, and you can press them down, which is great for some emulators. It'll have a D-pad, which is good. XYAB keys, dual vibration motors, and a fingerprint sensor, which is actually really cool. Especially when we're wearing masks now and you can't use Face ID all too well. For the docking station, that I'm pretty sure isn't like fully detailed yet, it says it'll have one HDMI 2.0B port, one gigabit Ethernet port, one USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C port, 10 gigabytes per second, and then 3 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports for 10 gigabits per second. So that's a lot of ports. The colors will be all black or all silver. The dimensions will be 198 millimeters by 92 millimeters by 27 millimeters, so 7.8 inches by 3.6 inches by 1.1 inches. And it'll be 560 grams. So I guess we do know the weight. It says that that GPD has said that the Win 3 will ship in 2021, but GPD has not announced the exact ship date or the start date for the crowdfunding campaign. So let me look at this video someone put up. So they did an unboxing of this device. So there is a GPD switch that's on like a lot of devices, like the GPD Win Max, that I also don't have, where you can switch between like mouse and cursor mode and game controller mode, which is great because this thing is a PC, and without like a mouse or a proper touchpad, you're going to want to use the joysticks as like a mouse. Oh, so there's the fingerprint sensor on the device. Oh my gosh, this is not really it's a circle. It looks like something you'd press down as like a button. So it's just a fingerprint sensor. Ooh, those, okay, so the AXYB keys look very cramped. Like, they'd probably be fine to use, but they do look very cramped. On the actual device itself, there is one USB-A port, and a 3.5 millimeter audio jack. So the slide-up keyboard looks very much different and not very usable compared to the keyboard on the GPD Win Max, which was, you know, like a cool keyboard. But this seems to be more focused towards PC gamers and not really people who want a portable PC, because they have devices like that, so they don't really need to target those people. So they did a few tests on the game, and they're playing Celeste, which seems to be running very well, which is great. And then they're using the keyboard. Oof, that's very small. Oof, and with someone with big hands, oof, that would be a nightmare to use. Let's look if there's any other important information. If not, I'll just give my thoughts on the device, and if I want one, which I probably won't get one.
Can you turn off the light? Actually, never mind.
I'm done. So I can't really find anything else that's like very important. If there's anything else that comes out about it, I'll put it in right here, but since this video is going up tomorrow, I doubt it. So since it doesn't look like there's anything else important about the device, I'll just give my final thoughts and then sign off. But this console, this portable PC, is pretty cool. I wish it would like have more information about it. But I think it's very cool that they're doing a low-powered version and then a higher-powered version, because I don't know, I guess it's just nice to have a cheaper version. Obviously, if you want the highest performance, you're gonna go for the higher, like the higher priced one, because that will have the ones with the Intel Core i7 instead of the Intel Core i5. This is gonna be a very interesting device to look at, because another device, let me try and find the name, someone mentioned in one of these articles. Okay, so their rival, One Netbook, put out a similar device called the One GX1 Pro. It's less powerful than this. It has a less powerful processor, but it was released I think sometime late last year or middle of last year. I can't really remember when. It's a mini laptop with controllers that you can detach. So it's like the Switch, but in a laptop form factor. You can get the controller separately for like $30 or $50, and or get them with the computer, laptop, when you buy the device, when you get the bundle. But it started at a price of $1,360, which is like $500 to $600 more than what you'd pay for the GPD Win 3. If you're not a PC gamer and you don't like want to play PC games on the go and you don't care about that and you just want a portable PC, this is not the device for you. This is more for PC gamers who want to be able to take their games on the go, because this, and who like would want to have like a mini PC just to like do stuff on the fly. Because this is not the device to have if you want a portable PC. There are other devices out there, and I'm pretty sure some are by GPD that would be way better for this. And they only cost like $200 or $100 more than this, which may sound like a lot, but like shopping for computers, it's not going to be cheap. So yeah, my final thoughts on this device are, I think it's cool. I like the design. I miss the clamshell design. That's what it's called. I miss the clamshell design from the GPD XD series that they're going to be taking away with the next like upgrade apparently, which is sad. But How Kitty is going to be keeping that form factor, so don't have to look far for it. But this looks like an overall great device that will probably be great at what it does and what it's supposed to do, and whoever is going to buy it will probably have a good time with it, and all the testers who are going to have this and release videos probably soon, or depending on when this actually does release, they'll release videos soon talking about the graphics in this device and like the emulation tests and stuff like that. But right now, the GPD Win 3 isn't out yet, so you can't really buy it. So yeah, I just think it's really cool. I would want one, but I'm gonna be spending money this year on the GPD XD2 and the Powkiddy X18S, so I'm not really sure I'd want to spend a lot of money on this, and I wouldn't use this in a practical setting, so I would not get this with my own money. But yeah, what do you guys think? This is a very powerful device that can be used for a lot of stuff that I may not have gone over in this video, so what do you think about that? Portable emulation is a big thing, and with the Powkiddy X18S rumored, would this really do much for emulation? If the X18S can play GameCube, and if it can play Wii games, then we are good to go on that cheap device being only like $200 to $250. But this thing, if you want to get it for emulation, don't get it for emulation. You don't need it. But what other use cases could there be that I haven't gone over? That I didn't think of, maybe. Let me know. That's it for today. See you later. Bye-bye.